From the first protest to the pioneers who shattered glass ceilings, every step forward began with courage. Today, we honor their legacy and imagine the future they dreamed of. Welcome to Firsts, celebrating women who changed the world. The story of International Women's Day begins with resilience and rebellion. In 1857, New York's textile workers, women enduring poverty wages and dangerous conditions, took to the streets. Though met with violence, their protest ignited a global spark. By 1908, the movement grew louder. On March 8th, 15,000 women marched through New York, demanding bread and roses, a cry for both survival and dignity. Their courage inspired Clara Zetkin, a German activist, to propose an annual day for women's rights at the 1910 Socialist Women's Conference in Copenhagen. The first International Women's Day was celebrated on March 19, 1911, with over 1 million participants across 19 countries. Flowers symbolized hope. The color purple represented justice. Clara Zetkin's vision was clear: unity against oppression. From burning corsets as acts of liberation to global suffrage movements, women shattered chains, both literal and metaphorical. Today, March 8th honors these pioneers while challenging us to fight for new firsts. As we revisit this history, remember, every step forward began with a voice that refused to stay silent. The fight for suffrage was not just about voting, it was a revolution. In 1893, New Zealand became the first country to grant women the right to vote, thanks to activists like Kate Shepherd. By 1920, the 19th Amendment in the US secured this right, but only after decades of struggle. Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton led marches, while suffragettes, like Emmeline Pankhurst in the UK, embraced militant tactics. In the 1930s, Turkey, women gained voting rights under Ataturk's reforms, a milestone in the Muslim world. Yet, universal suffrage remains incomplete. Saudi Arabia granted women the vote only in 2015. Symbols like the Votes for Women, sash and hunger strikes define this era. Today, these victories remind us, democracy is built by those who dare to demand a seat at the table. Marie Curie's Nobel Prizes revolutionized science, but countless women paved unseen paths. Ada Lovelace wrote the first computer algorithm in 1843, envisioning machines beyond calculation. Rosalind Franklin's X-ray images unlocked DNA's structure, though credit was denied in her lifetime. Katherine Johnson's equations guided NASA's Apollo missions, while Chen Xiongwu's Wu experiment overturned physics dogma. Today, women like Dr. Özlem Türeci, co-creator of the Pfizer vaccine, redefine boundaries. These pioneers faced sexism, lab bans, and erasure, yet their firsts became foundations. Science owes its progress to their relentless curiosity. From ancient poets to modern storytellers, women have reshaped creativity. Sappho, the first known female poet, 6th century BCE, wrote of love and loss in Lesbos. Centuries later, Selma Lagerlöf became the first woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, 1909, weaving Swedish folklore into global tales. Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own, 1929, challenged patriarchal norms, while Frida Kahlo turned pain into surreal art. Today, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's We Should All Be Feminists ignites global conversations. These women defied hysteria labels, male pseudonyms, and exclusion, proving art and literature are weapons of change. Women in sports fought for every yard. In 1900, Charlotte Cooper became the first female Olympic champion, tennis. Babe Didrikson Zacharias dominated track, golf, and baseball in the 1930s. Billie Jean King's 1973 Battle of the Sexes victory advanced equal pay. Simone Biles redefined gymnastics with gravity-defying moves. Yet challenges remain. Caster Semenya's exclusion over gender policing unequal media coverage. These athletes prove strength has no gender. Women coded the digital future long before Silicon Valley. Ada Lovelace wrote the first algorithm for Charles Babbage's analytical engine in 1843. During World War II, Grace Hopper invented the first compiler, paving the way for modern programming. In the 1950s, Mary Jackson broke NASA's racial and gender barriers as its first black female engineer. Today, Fei Li pioneers AI ethics, while Reshma Saujani's Girls Who Code empowers the next generation. These innovators faced ridicule, erasure, and computers don't understand women myths. Yet their logic, creativity, and resilience built the tech we rely on today. Women shattered glass ceilings in governance. Sirimavo Bandaranaike became the world's first female PM in 1960, Sri Lanka. Golda Meir led Israel through war in 1969, while Indira Gandhi reshaped India's politics. In 2021, Kamala Harris became the first woman US vice president. Finland's Sanna Marin, New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern, and Estonia's Kaja Kallas now redefine leadership, emphasizing empathy and climate action. Yet challenges persist. Media scrutiny, double standards, and underrepresentation. These leaders prove power is not a male monopoly. History's rebels defied impossible labels. In 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell became the first female doctor, rejected by 29 medical schools. Amelia Earhart shattered aviation norms in 1928, proving women belonged in cockpits. Wilma Rudolph, once told she'd never walk, won 3 Olympic golds in 1960. Malala Yousafzai, shot for advocating education, became the youngest Nobel laureate. These women faced ridicule, violence, and exclusion, yet their courage rewrote rules. From birth control advocate Margaret Sanger to trans rights pioneer Marsha P. Johnson, they remind us, progress begins when we question how it's always been. Women transformed economies. Madam C.J. Walker, daughter of enslaved parents, became America's first self-made female millionaire, 1906, with her hair care empire. Katharine Graham broke boardroom barriers as the first female Fortune 500 CEO, 1972. Oprah Winfrey built a media empire, while Safra Katz leads Oracle today. From Silicon Valley to Wall Street, women face funding gaps and unlikable stereotypes. Yet pioneers like Whitney Wolfe Herd, Bumble, and Rihanna Fenty redefine entrepreneurship, proving success isn't a zero-sum game. Women engineered progress in fields dominated by men. Elmina Wilson, 1870 to 1918, became America's first female civil engineer, designing bridges despite ridicule. Lillian Gilbreth revolutionized industrial engineering with time motion studies, while Mary Walton, 1840s, invented pollution-reducing systems for factories. In 1973, Dr. Ellen Ochoa pioneered aerospace engineering, later becoming NASA's first Hispanic astronaut. Today, engineers like Dr. Aicha Evans, Zoox self-driving cars, and Dr. Huda Zogby, neuroengineering, redefine innovation. These women faced hysteria diagnoses, lab bans, and erasure, yet built the infrastructure of modern life. Women transformed medicine and music. Dr. Elizabeth Garrett Anderson, 1865, became Britain's first female doctor, while Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler, 1864, broke racial barriers in the US. Florence Nightingale's nursing reform saved millions. In music, Clara Schumann defied 19th century norms, composing masterpieces while raising 8 children. Valeda Snow, a 1930s jazz trumpeter, toured globally despite segregation. Today, artists like Beyoncé and Esperanza Spalding blend activism with art. From operating rooms to concert halls, these women proved creativity and care know no gender. Today, International Women's Day bridges past and future. Me Too and Time's Up expose systemic abuse, while Greta Thunberg's climate strikes inspired youth activism. In 2024, women lead Mars missions, Dr. Mugiga Cooper, quantum computing, Dr. Krista Svor, and AI ethics, Timnit Gebru. Yet challenges remain: unequal pay, underrepresentation, and backlash. The next firsts will be shaped by girls coding in Nigeria, protesting in Iran, and innovating in labs. As Clara Zetkin declared, the history of women's struggle is the history of humanity.